All right, my name is Eric. I've been, I'm a lead college student. I've been training combatives for about 3, 4 months already. I trained boxing for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then again, I've been training combatives for about 3 or 4 months. When I was younger, around 7 years old, I trained for Taekwondo a little bit. Um, Probably about a year. So what else? What else I can think of?
How would you say this is different from maybe what you've seen or done in other places, or maybe what you've like maybe even seen in movies or at other schools or other places you might have seen? Like from your experience, like maybe what makes this kind of different?
Right. What makes this different, and I really like, you use a lot of natural instincts. You use a lot of natural movements. You don't think about techniques too much. You don't think about being too robotic about certain movements. It's more of a flow. That's one thing I really like about that. You in and out. There's no overthinking about you know spending too much time on one person. Is just in and out, knock them out, uh, get away from the situation. If you have multiple people trying to attack you, definitely it's very effective in the way that you go in 3 3 4 seconds you spend on one guy, and then 3 4 seconds another guy. In 20 seconds you're out of the fight, and you're maybe intact, maybe a scratch, a little probably a nosebleed something, but you're out of the fight. You run away. Um, you know. It is also different. You use a lot of your whole body. It's not just arms. It's not just boxing. It's not just legs. It's not just you use shoulders, elbows, headbutts. Basically, your whole body's a weapon. Definitely. That's one thing I noticed that it's different from even MMA. You know. Typical, your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's not all, there's no rules. That's one thing I like about that. You in and out. I mean, there's no judge that, is going to tell you you can't do this. That's one thing I like. You're free to do whatever, you think at that moment. And that's one thing I like about that. Um, I do also like the fact that another difference that in one thing I really like about this training style is that you the starting points of the fight. It's not position, hands up. You can be standing from a standing position talking to somebody, or you can be somewhere in a parking lot, maybe a confined space. You can have enough space to move around to like as opposed to a cage fighting, you have space to move around. Maybe you have a judge if you're in a bad situation, he's going to be there. But I mean, one thing I do like about this is that you're on your own. You have to think about how to get out of the situation, end the fight quick, and get out of there. You know, um, Maybe if available, call for help, something. But you want to. I like the fact that you end the fight. You take control at least for that 20 seconds that people are trying to attack you, and you take them out. Um, I like the fluidity of the training, or the training style. Again, it's almost like you're almost being water. Like I think if I'm not mistaken, Bruce Lee said to be water. That's one thing I really like about this. It's not all just stiff. Move around. It's a lot of like I said, the fluidity. I like that. Um, Also, what else?
What would you say to maybe someone that's thinking about getting started? They're not really sure if this is for them or maybe something else, but they're kind of considering. What would you say to maybe someone who's just thinking about maybe trying it out?
Definitely, I think it's definitely helpful in the way that, I mean, obviously, especially nowadays, one thing I really, one of the things I really got into it a lot is because now more and more nowadays you see more uh, craziness out in the world, and you never know when you're gonna need this kind of stuff. I mean, a lot of people go through their life thinking, well, I'm never gonna get in a fight. A lot of the time it's not that you're looking for a fight. Someone's gonna look for a fight. It's like when you're driving maybe you're not drunk, but there's a drunk driver out there. And if you encounter that drunk driver, happen to be at the bad time, bad place, then you have to deal with that. Same thing, in this type of situation, you might not be looking for trouble. You might not be a fighter or something, but I mean, if you know this kind of stuff, you might uh, you might be face to face in the ATM with a thief or something. Man, he's trying to you know take your wallet. Maybe you have your kid with you. Maybe trying to snatch your kid out of you. This a lot of the stuff comes in handy. I like the fact that you also work with a lot of weapons, knives. Um, One thing, like in UFC, boxing, and all that good stuff, you don't really see that kind of stuff where it might not be just fighting. It might be you're getting robbed with a knife, gun, or something. Maybe you're getting carjacked or something, and this all this stuff comes in handy as far as like how to disarm somebody, how to have control of the weapon. Maybe if it's a knife, a bat.
So this is just your second class so far. So, I mean, you've kind of seen a little bit of what it's about. I mean, basically, what do you think about what you've seen so far, just having done two classes so far?
So far, I like it a lot since this is my second class. I like it. Everything is like what I like is everything is hands-on. Like you go straight to the point. I like the structure. He don't do everything. Like he teach one technique and he get like the students to do it like a couple of times, and he don't go to the next step till all the students they already get it. I like it a lot because everything he teaches like it's like spontaneous. Like you're not expecting it to happen, and that's what I like. He can teach you a lot of ways because it's not always gonna be the same way.
What would you say is like maybe two or three of the things that kind of stood out to you, like either last time or this time? Like I say, you've done like two classes, but what would you say are a couple of things that you've learned so far?
I learned what I really like. The first classes that I've done, the more common things that they're gonna happen to you whenever you get to a fight. That's what I like. He teach you the easiest and the fastest ways to get out of the fight. You go straight to that, and then from there he start getting more deep into it.
Cool. All right. Thanks.